So what we're watching, again, Kroger over here, these are the injuries. You can see that damage. We want to avoid any more injuries and damage. So I want you to take this very seriously. Now we are seeing a wall cloud from those spotters. That's what Pat has just relayed. South of Hickory Plains. Again, this heading into Prairie County. This is east of Little Rock, but it's going to be east heading toward Des Arc. What a wall cloud means is we are seeing rotation with that. That is where we could see a funnel or a tornado. So everybody needs to be in their safe spot if you are into Haley. Again, Des Arc, 3:51 p.m. This storm is heading your way. I still want you to be in your safe spot as well. Sandhill, 3:55. Little Dixie, 3:59. So we are watching that very closely. Let's go ahead and let me zoom in. Let's get some street names if we can. Again, I know this is a bit farther east of Little Rock. In fact, this is now east of Cabot. Ray Road, Ferguson Road, West Crossroads Road, right on top of you. There's that hook. Literally looks like a fishing hook. That's what we're talking about. If there is that tornado, where that wall cloud is, where that rotation is, it is right here. Highway 13. That's going to be moving through Sheridan very shortly here. So if you are on the road here on 167 in Sheridan, go ahead and take cover. You and your car want to take cover because there's likely large hail in this. That severe thunderstorm warning until 6:30 p.m. Radar estimates indicating anywhere from 2.5 to 3 inch in diameter. So at the very least, what's making the ground could be larger than quarter size. We're still noticing that structure here that could be indicative of that rotation. That's why we have both of these tornado warnings that are in effect. Well, it has been so excessively hot and humid. It would be nice that with a snap of the finger, it could turn to fall. But the good news is fall is officially 1 month away. Well, good evening. We are live at Bright the Night, and I'm in a snow globe, if you can't tell. There's going to be a lot of really cool activities going on. 6 o'clock is the actual tree lighting. The reason we have auroras or northern lights is basically because that's a disturbance from the sun in Earth's atmosphere. That solar wind actually rides along our magnetic field and it enters the north and south poles because that's where that magnetic field is the weakest. Good evening, everybody. We are live here at Camp Robinson at the airfield. We have Blackhawks right behind me, and this is all in preparation for Be Your Best Day. May the 4th be with you. And let me tell you, if you want to watch some of the Star Wars movies, tonight is a great movie night because we do have rain that's going to move in later tonight and then overnight. By 9 o'clock, temperatures into those low 70s. As we head after midnight, that's when that rain is really going to ramp up. Temperatures will be into the 60s then, and we're going to keep in those 60s for the remainder of the evening and tonight for May the 4th. Well, good evening. We are live here at the Little Rock Air Force Base. We have an F-15 behind me. We're going to have F-16s, of course, the Thunderbirds. They are going to be here Saturday and Sunday because the air show is back, and it's the first time we've had it in 5 years. Hurricane hunters with the Air Force, they went out earlier today, and they have collected data from that. And hurricane hunters, well, they fly C-130s. We're all familiar with that into Little Rock.
I would like to add to my order, besides the hot dog, I would also like some nachos and some deep-fried Oreos and a nice big soda to wash it all down.
This is going to be all over my birthday.
Oh my gosh, I don't have enough hands. Luckily, I have a lot of helpers here. With all this rainfall, our river levels are looking very good, and that does include, of course, the Buffalo River, one of the more popular ones here for some floating. So if you do plan on doing that this week or this weekend, shouldn't have any issues. Now, at Boxley, it is very low. We're looking at less than 3 feet for the height. Moderate at Ponca, so plenty of water there for floating at 3 to 4 feet, and moderate also at St. Joe. We're looking at anywhere from 4 feet to about 7.5. So shouldn't have any issues with floating, but you will want to, of course, check those levels. You can continue to watch those here with fox16.com. We'll have updates with that. We are already at the 3rd wettest year so far on record in Little Rock. So any rain that fell today led to runoff and led to flash flooding. And that's certainly the case. Look at our values here. Our 24-hour rainfall total since midnight, over 3.5 inches in Fort Smith. So a typical small small car here, it only takes 12 inches of moving water to actually sweep that car away. Now, for all other vehicles, and this does include large SUVs, it includes your trucks as well, it takes 18 to 24 inches of moving water.
Weather to plan your day with Chief Meteorologist Carmen Rose.
Good evening. It is now 5:43. We are dealing with snow. That's certainly the case into Fayetteville for areas over northwest Arkansas, North Arkansas, as well as portions of West Arkansas. So hopefully you'll be able to watch the game just from the comfort of your house and not get on those roadways, because they are already dangerous and they're going to continue to worsen throughout this evening as we expect several more hours of snowfall, and that is going to continue to accumulate tonight. So Fayetteville is going to look a little bit more like this. Much of the basketball will actually be covered, as we are anticipating anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of snowfall in northwest Arkansas in Fayetteville, with higher elevations getting a lot more than that. So by tip-off at 6 o'clock, we're looking at temperatures into those low 30s. It'll stay that way through the rest of the game. So it is going to be windy and snowy there. Rainy and chilly and windy for us into Little Rock. Yes, we do have a chance of seeing some snow, but probably not until after midnight. A little bit of sleet will be mixing in before that earlier in the evening. This is a look, speaking of Fayetteville, south of Fayetteville onto 49 at Razorback Road. You can see a lot of that snowfall accumulating there. So far the road's looking a little bit better there. However, this is not the case everywhere, and if you can avoid driving, especially toward our north and west tonight, I would do so. We already have many accidents here. A lot of those north of Clinton. This is where we're looking right now live through our RDOT cam. Some accidents reporting closer to Clinton into Heber Springs, as well as along I-49 over there in Fayetteville. And this will continue to worsen, especially now that the sun has set. Now we're dealing with snowy and slippery roads and dark conditions too. So please do not drive if you do not have to tonight, especially toward our north and west. Here in Little Rock, we have some moderate rain moving in, so our roadways are slick because of that rain. It's 39 degrees. Now I do have to say this temperature is just a hair cooler than what we originally forecast. So it is looking a little bit more likely that maybe we'll see some more of that wintry mix a little bit earlier tonight. So we're going to be tracking that very closely, the Arkansas Storm Team. Just heavier rain down toward our south and east. All this light blue you see, and that is snow getting picked up on radar, and a lot more of that is going to continue to fall. We have severe weather toward our south into Louisiana, a ton of thunderstorms there. It's going to be cold rain for us in central and southeast Arkansas, with snow continuing to build toward our north and west. Here's a live look of Little Rock downtown, as well as heading over into North Little Rock over the Arkansas River. It is 39 degrees, easterly wind at 20 miles per hour. We have a wind advisory until 6 a.m. We have winter storm warnings in effect until 6 a.m. toward our north, toward our west, as well as winter weather advisory. So a very busy weather day here. That will continue tonight and then finally clear out closer to sunrise tomorrow morning. Tracking this hour by hour, 8 o'clock, it is possible we might actually have a little bit of a let up in that precipitation. Then if we see any sort of snow, I do think it's going to be closer to midnight, maybe even a little bit earlier, depending on how those temperatures fall. Notice how north and west Arkansas dealing with a lot more of that snow extending over into Heber Springs. Already have slushy and snowy roads there, closer to Greer's Ferry. Check out 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. All of that precipitation, other than a few flurries, should be out of here. Will be cloudy and breezy tomorrow, but no more winter weather, and we'll actually have some sunshine to look forward to as we head into Thursday. Tonight, 34 for that low. Your 7-day forecast, just a quick look here. Everything calms down tomorrow morning. We'll see sunshine Thursday and Friday. Donna. Good evening. It is hot out there, and we are going to be mostly clear tonight, and it's really not going to cool down all that much even with those clear conditions. But those clear conditions will allow you prime viewing of the International Space Station. A part of the festival, of course, is festival food. Lena's helping me out here. We're grabbing a nice jumbo corn dog. There's a ton of food out here. When you add in a little bit of smoke, that contributes to a higher percentage of that particulate matter and those numbers. And that's certainly the case in two parts of North and Northeast United States, where they are getting smoke from wildfires that are burning into Canada. So that air quality is a lot worse than what we're dealing with into Little Rock. But it is a little bit hazy, and you may have noticed that through the course of this afternoon. In fact, you can see that the forecast for that wildfire smoke is going to be worse. We've had a really lovely day today. day, and I'm sure recess was super enjoyable this afternoon. It's going to be nice and enjoyable come tomorrow as well. By 10 a.m., even through 11 a.m., temps will be into those 70s. And then by lunchtime and shortly after lunchtime, we'll be into those low to mid 80s. So not a bad forecast by any means, especially considering we are into August when it's supposed to be hot and humid. We are getting a nice break from that. Temperatures are going to be in the 90s with it feeling more like the hundreds. I'll go ahead and raise this mic up so you can hear that right. Again, it's going to feel more like 110 plus across much of the state as we head into this weekend. So if you plan on going to Amplify over in Benton, it is going to be hot. It is going to be sweaty. Duck hunting season opening weekend is this weekend, and temperatures, well, they are going to be nice and cool for it. We'll be into those low 40s both Saturday and Sunday.
Carmen is actually becoming a pilot herself, which is quite impressive, my friend. I'm so impressed with you doing that. You look very comfortable in the cockpit.
Oh, well, thank you, Donna. Yeah, I have to learn how to fly a helicopter here because fixed wing's a whole lot different. I've been learning all about it through the course of today. And if you want your own chance to learn all about it too, of course, we've been promoting Be Your Best Day here on Saturday. So you'll be able to check out the Blackhawk just like I am here. I don't have enough hours, Donna, yet to come up here into a helicopter, a Blackhawk, but I'm trying. It's really cool. And we have really fantastic weather as well for flying. Temperatures, they are going to be into the 80s for the rest of the work week, and for the weekend, mid to upper 80s. We don't really have a whole lot of rain chances in the forecast here. It's essentially going to be slim to none for the rest of the week and into next week. And Donna, I know you like the warmer weather. We'll actually be closer to 90 degrees. Blackhawks here, they don't have that air conditioning, so